Good day to you guys. This is again Rewell from Reviews doing another unboxing of Spider-Man No Way Home Doc Ock. I have the deluxe version here, and upon this unboxing, I understand that a lot of people from the US, from Sideshow, who ordered it from Sideshow, hasn't gotten theirs yet. So yeah, this is basically an Asian release for now, and let us look at the box. Let us marvel at it a bit. Well, sadly though, I really like the art style they did here, but this is not the figure nor the expression we got inside. But still, it is the first Hot Toys Dr. Octopus we've ever gotten. And honestly, seeing other people's reviews about it, I'm really happy about it. Of course, it's not perfect, but to know what I'm talking about, let's just open the damn thing. Okay, and we are finally inside. So it consists of this first layer, which is consists of arms, then the figure itself, then in the bottom tray is you guess it, more arms. So Dr. Octopus is all about the arms, and that's the reason why he's such an amazing figure. He's very imposing with those arms. So I have decided to lay the basic tentacles and everything that comes with it here on the table. It's a bit of a mess because of the space I'm working with. But before I go through that, let's just look at this figure of Alfred Molina. Well, this has gotten a super lot of criticisms, man. Like this head sculpt has been criticized to death, and well, there's a good reason. And I think that is because the expression is rather weird. The sculpt itself, though, the closer you look at it, the wrinkles and stuff, it's actually very good. It's just the nature of the expression, which is very, very goofy. Add that with a bowl cut haircut. It looks like somebody from the Three Stooges or something, right? But still, the longer I look at it, the more I appreciate it. Although I admit that my first impression of it wasn't really good. I got to appreciate it the more I look at it, the more I look at the details. And this is in fact really a very good de-aged Alfred Molina. And as for the costume itself, yeah, I never realized it, but he has a leather trench coat underneath a cloth trench coat, and along with a black long sleeve shirt, turtleneck. It's according to taste. Of course, this is not the original Dr. Octopus. There's been so many iterations of him. But the OG one, the one from the animated series, that, and the early comic one, that was my Dr. Octopus in my head. But I've gotten to be very fond of this design. So I like it. But ultimately, a part of the accessories is, of course, the glasses. These are done very well, by the way. I love them. The quality is very good, and I have had figures with glasses. And the latest one was the Fight Club Brad Pitt, Tyler Durden, and those weren't very high quality or done very well. This one is in a different level. And of course, let us put it on him and let's see if it influences the head sculpt. And we are back. The glasses are on. Putting them on is a very good experience because the nature of the haircut itself lends it to fit very, very smoothly into the figure. And as we can all see, it improves the sculpt. It improves it a lot. Like, these glasses have to come with the figure. So now it doesn't look as goofy because he doesn't have those, popped out eyes. So it improves it a bit. The John Lennon eyeglasses, mad scientist eyeglasses, improves the figure a lot. So let us review. Let us check out some of the accessories. Very, very limited hands. I mean, but at least they have what matters, which is this one, the one that's gonna be holding the glasses. So you have that option, and of course some closed fist ones, and a gesturing open hand. So despite the limitations, I guess it is okay. You can, you know, you will be happy with it enough. It's not as limiting, I guess. So another accessory is the tentacle spike, and I regret that there's only one. I figured that there should be two, so that there's an option for you to pose two of them, or like leave them as a backup in case this breaks, because this is rather thin plastic, so accidents could happen, man. And finally, let's look at the arms. Okay, so the arms are kind of cool because they actually have different shapes. I thought they were all the same shape, but this one is for the base. This one would serve as like the walking tentacle, and this one would be the offense tentacle. So they are really cool. I never owned a Toys Era one, so I don't know what it's like. I mean, sure, I wish there were LEDs to it, but then again, I don't think I'll be putting LEDs on my Dr. Octopus. So this is the offense, like main tentacle one. So you can, yeah, the spike would protrude if you keep it in. So you should only like use it if you're posing the tentacle in an open way. And the base tentacle opens like this, so it's kind of very smooth in terms of design. The design flow is very impressive and very smooth. So let us put it in the back of our Dr. Octopus and see what it looks like. And we are back. So posing this Dr. Octopus was quite an experience. First and foremost, the tentacles would need a bit of force to jam in the backside. See, I didn't even jam mine perfectly because a bit later on, I'll experiment with the other tentacles. I'm not sure if I'm gonna include it in this review, but as you can see, there are still gaps there, right? It's because it takes a real lot of force. Plus, this seems to be stuck. Okay, so I'm gonna complain about the stand, but since he doesn't have a cape and he really goes high up when you pose him with a base, I think that this flight stand choice is very, very negligible. I won't complain about it. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's a bit loose, but you can always tighten it with a screw and all. So that's my experience with the tentacles itself. So the figure, God, it just lends itself to a lot of to very, very cool poses, even if you don't have a very high skill when it comes to posing. Sorry, I'm bringing up the light because it's really hard to fit him in frame with everything I have going in my small space. So very impressive. The arms look menacing, the tentacles. I try to come up with a variety of tentacle modes. The feet, which of course it gets readjusted every time I move it for the shot. But that alone tells you everything you need to know, man. And take note, this is like amateur level posing. I just think that he could look good either way. So, let's just pose him with I changed my mind, and I just decided to show you what he would look like posed with the nano tentacles, just so I can also give you the experience. I mean, there's a reviewer who said that the two tentacles feel different, that the nano ones actually feel and articulate better. But let's see what our experience would be like. And truth be told, I don't see any difference. I don't feel any difference as I was putting them on and like coming up with a basic articulation of it. I did not do anything extreme though, so I just thought of giving him a pose where he doesn't necessarily have to be mid-air. So this is what I came up with, which I think kicks so much ass. It takes a lot of space. It suits his personality well, this kind of pose, where it's the first time he's seeing the arms work or something. So I might actually have to go with this pose rather than him floating in mid-air, man. I'm loving this pose. I also forgot to talk about the base a bit, but that's because the base is rather boring. There's really nothing I can say about it, man. But as for the figure itself, I got it for 26,000 pesos on a reseller, and it's still too expensive for what it is. I mean, for what I paid for. I think the retail price in Sideshow is 365. I'm not sure if it's the deluxe or non-deluxe, but either way it could work. The only thing I see that's different is that if there's this slight chance that your tentacles would have quality control issues, the deluxe one would give you a second chance for them to actually do it right, to do those more extreme tentacle poses. But if you're just like me, I mean, I have a lot of figures, so I tend to not pose them like to their limits, truth be told. So this one is perfect for me. I did wish that I got the normal, tentacle, the non-deluxe version. And selling this deluxe parts is actually too much of a hassle for me, especially since in the Philippines and I have to deal with shipping and hagglers, and the market here in the Philippines is very different compared to the US. So other than that, this figure, I mean, I can only imagine the only reason why you are getting this figure is because you have a Spider-Man shelf. This takes a lot of commitment. I don't think anyone would get Dr. Octopus and Dr. Octopus alone without any Spider-Man figure to go with him, or at least the MCU Spider-Man figures to go with him. He just takes a lot of commitment. So either you have him or you don't. That's the thing. I mean, either you get him or you won't. That's the thing. So if I'm gonna think that he's gonna be in shortage soon, because that's the probable reason why I got him for that price from a reseller, is because I just don't want to miss out on it. But looking at it logically, I don't think you'd be having issues of it like running out, just because this figure takes a lot of commitment. Getting this figure means getting the rest, and that's a lot of commitment for most people, man. So having said that, I hope you learned something from this review, unboxing, and have a nice day, guys.
Don't try to put me down, don't try to stop me now. But you can try if you want, I'll show you what I got.